Today the bears drizzled me with honey and deep fried me. Check it out. What's up guys, Zach here. This morning I got to my desk on time, right at 10 a.m. Eastern, and I opened up my charts to this spaghetti bowl of a morning. We clearly didn't have a strong direction. You can see we have multiple bars going in each direction, almost flip-flopping every other bar. And I was pretty confident why that was. I knew that we had the FOMC minutes coming out at 2 p.m. Eastern, which is just the notes that they took at the FOMC meeting 2 weeks prior. They released that 2 weeks after that meeting, and that was today.
That was today! Today!
So I knew with the additional insight of Fed speakers and FOMC members that there was likely going to be some chop ahead of the news release. So I decided I was going to take it slow and try to wait for a good setup amidst all of this volatility and uncertainty. As you can see, almost an hour later, there still wasn't anything really clear. We had just been consolidating, tightening up in this range, and there were opportunities to take some things in there, but nothing that I was actively pursuing. We did eventually come down to the bottom end of the range though, right onto the support trend line, and started to look like we were seeing signs of bouncing from here. And I was very, very close to buying this next candle after this green 5-minute candle print. I ended up pulling away my order right at the last second as I realized I actually didn't like the way this looked. The second green candle in this little range we were forming was completely inside of the previous red doji candle. And not that this is necessarily always the case, but I have found it to be the case many times that when this happens, that next candle after that, you're thinking, oh, this is looking perfect for a bullish candle, this next candle. But in reality, it never broke the previous candle's range, and the next candle turns into just a dumpster fire of a candle. So I ended up pulling away my order just at the right moment and narrowly avoided this first bull trap. And ideally, if I had just realized this just maybe 5-10 seconds earlier, this actually would have been a great short opportunity. I just was late on the ball on this one. After missing that first initial bearish breakdown, we needed to look for where else we could get into this bearish trend, as the morning had been so choppy. This period from here until getting closer to the actual data release was probably going to be our best bet to catch something good, something reliable. And when you're in this downtrend like this, we always need to assume that a green candle is going to finish red, and we need to try to be predicting where that green candle is going to turn red, and that is what I failed to do here. Side note, I did not take this, but I really should start taking it because I have seen this many times now. After we have had a long string of candles in a certain direction, especially to the downside, this first bullish candle that looks like, hey, this is where things are going to turn around, is very often followed by another big dumpster candle, as it was here. I believe we also saw this yesterday So just a side note, don't just trust the first bullish candle you see after a long series of downward candles. I decided after that fake out candle and seeing the print of another green candle here that there was going to be a chance that maybe we would see a second consecutive green candle. And I wasn't expecting the trend to just reverse from here, but I was thinking that we could possibly pop up for the very first time of this downtrend into the 8 EMA cloud, and that we could from there probably reject. But I thought that we could get up there. This trade quickly turned against me though, and I had my first loser. After getting stopped out, the trend progressed even further down into the bearish side, and after we printed this green candle here, I felt fairly confident that we could see a second green candle from here. So as soon as this candle closed, I was dragging my order in underneath, hoping that we would see a dip on the open of this next candle, that I would get filled, and that I would be able to catch this second candle up to my profit target. Unfortunately for me, this candle hardly came down at all on the opening and just went up and away, and I was left out of this trade.
Please, no! 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 No!
After this, the bears were not done scheming ways that they could tempt me into going long, and so they showed me this. Looked like we were starting to bottom out again here, and again I was not expecting a total trend reversal, but I was expecting a second green candle after the print of this green candle, and most likely I pop up to around this area up here. So nothing earth-shattering, nothing crazy. I just wanted my second green candle.
Didn't ask for a dime. $2. $2. Cash.
The market had other plans for me though, of course, and my entry candle here immediately turns into a gigantic big red doinker of a candle and stops me out. After we moved down past 15,000, which is a very major level for the NASDAQ, and we saw signs of support, and after the print of this green candle, I was feeling again confident that we could possibly see a second green candle in a row here. Looked like maybe we were going to get a string of green candles, so I put in my buy order 6 points below, thinking that would be a great place to get filled if I was going to get in. And wouldn't you know it, it came 5 points and not a tick below. I barely missed getting wicked into this trade, which would have been a green bar here. And I should have been thinking at the close of this candle that there was still a chance for the big green candle to come. It looked like we were consolidating. It looked like we could potentially see it come here before the news. And it does. Just a absolutely massive green candle that I should have been a part of. After J-Pow said that they were not turning the money printer on again at this time, there was all kinds of craziness that broke out. We saw a big spike down and then this big spike up, and I even thought about getting in here. I was actually very close to getting filled on the wick down of this candle, and I just didn't get filled, but that would have ended out well for me. After this second big sell-off since the news release, I figured that I need to get in on the bearish action, so I decided after I saw this bullish hammer candle that I would try to short the next candle, hoping for a second sell-off candle after that. and I immediately got stopped out. The one time again I should have been bullish. Now I was bearish and I just couldn't get it right today. Went 0 for 3. Took 3R of losing trades and decided that that was it. It was going to be done there. And there really wasn't any time left to trade in the day anyways.
You lost today, kid. But it doesn't mean you have to like it.
Losing sucks. Nobody wants to have a red day in trading. But the truth is, it's just a normal part of the process and of trading. And nobody's going to be green every single day for their entire career. You're going to have red days. The important thing is that we keep these losing days small and manageable, right? We want to have small and no bigger than medium size red losing days, and we want to have medium to big winning days. And that is the system of a successful trader. We need to always be making more than we're potentially losing. So it's important that we absorb the feelings of loss and get ready to just shake it off. You know, you need to do whatever it is that's your routine to get over a red day so you can come back with a clean slate tomorrow and be ready to just absolutely crush the next day. So personally, I'm going to eat some good food. I'm going to maybe watch one of my favorite movies, and I'm going to rest and recover. Let me know what you guys like to do to get over a losing trade in the comments below, and I will see you all tomorrow.